What are you talking about?
This is Miami's hottest New Jack Radio Show, Radio Soul, right here on WRGP FIU Student Radio with me, the New Jack Kid. Right now with me here live at the Biscayne Bay campus Radio Soul. On location, I have with me Team Erace the Hate, Brother Greg Poupon, and I also have the legendary Calvin Hughes. Fellas, what's happening? Welcome to Radio Soul. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Normally, legend comes after you die, but I will take it while I'm alive. But that's great. That's great. Thank you for the
living legend. I'm trying to be like Mr. Calvin Hughes out here. I appreciate you for having me today, Brandon.
Most definitely. Thank you for coming on out, and glad to see you speak today on behalf of the FIU Association of Black Journalists. Shout outs to
nice to be here.
Clayton, Adrian, Melody, Ashley, Leela, and the whole FIU ABJ posse. Hi.
That's great. That's great.
So, yeah, man, Brother Greg Poupon, tell us what you're doing with your Erase the Hate movement, man. What's that all about?
First off, bro, I want to appreciate you for having me come down here. And I had the pleasure of meeting Brandon, Mr. Hughes, at FMU, actually.
For the memorial.
Mm-hmm. I spoke at the, it was a conference or event on STEM.
Yeah, it was
technology.
Yeah, it was the South Florida Youth Summit.
Okay, wonderful. I actually just moved to the Florida area. I moved here from Washington, D.C. I graduated from Howard University. And I am from Kansas City, Missouri. So I was glad to hear you talk about being in Missouri. That's really cool. And so I'm here, man, erasing the hate. And what we have going on right now is a Power to the Peaceful campaign, which I got to talk to you guys a little bit about before. And coming in here and witnessing this has been excellent because what we're doing with this campaign is there's students all over the place. You know, students that want to be videographers, photographers, scientists, you know, broadcasters, whatever. You know, everybody has dreams, you know. And the thing is right now that people don't understand there's enough success out here for everybody. And it's more so about having determination for your dreams, you know, in order to get to the next level.
That's right.
And what me, like I said, I went to school for broadcast audio production, and it was cool to come to graduate from school and realize how powerful media is. And the even bigger point and how Erase the Hate comes into play is that African Americans especially, and the people altogether, we don't create our profiles. We talk a lot about being racially profiled and racism and how that comes into play, and it's because we don't own the content that comes on the news stations. It's created and it's owned by people that have a little bit more money than we do. So the Power to the Peaceful campaign, I don't mean to go on too long, is more so just about us trying to get together a lot of people that are wanting to create content that's positive and put it out here for the masses to hear. You know, so whoever we can use as leverage to get it out here, that's what we're here for.
That's great.
Yeah, most definitely. And Brother Calvin, let everybody know, what do you do? I mean, with you being on Local 10 every weeknight?
Every weeknight at 4, 5, 6, and 11 o'clock. And I want to thank everybody who do watch, although, you know, it's kind of tough getting your generation to watch us all the time because you all are always on your smartphones. But that's all right. We're still working on trying to capture your audience. But yeah, I'm on every day, and I've been here for almost 10 years now in the Miami Fort Lauderdale market. And it's been great for my family and me.
Well, awesome. And how are you enjoying being able to broadcast news in this market?
Well, I mean, this is a very unique market. I mean, this is probably the most challenging market I've ever been in because it's so diverse. You have your Haitian Americans, you have Cuban Americans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, you know, folks from the Bahamas, Trinidadians. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And then you got, you know, your simple folks who are from other parts of the country. So it creates quite a bit of a challenge in terms of trying to focus on different groups, and you only have so much amount of time. So it's an infinite number of groups here, and it's a finite amount of time that you have to tell the news. But I enjoy it. I mean, this is a great market. I mean, you know, it's kind of tough not to enjoy 85-degree weather in November. This is, you know, I mean, but this is a great market and some great folks, and I really do want to be here for a long time.
Oh, most definitely. Well, we definitely want to see you continue to broadcast news here, most definitely, alongside your colleague Dwight Lauderdale. So that'll definitely be an honor to see you do that.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hughes, you mentioned all the diverse culture here in the Florida area, and talked a little bit about what we're trying to do with the campaign. We have an event that we're trying to have, that we actually have been granted the venue, LMNT Studios in Miami next year. You're the first person I'm told this live. It's going down right now. I appreciate being here. And like I said, we have students across the nation that are contributing content to erasethehate.com, which is our website, and this is all going to be live as well. We're going to have a culture festival. August 1st of next year is the tentative date right now, where we're trying to bring together all the cultures from this area, this diverse area. What would you say, do you have any advice, rather, as far as reaching that medium, especially giving news to that medium over this amount of time, that we can, what do you suggest? How can we really get to the people?
Well, to get the word out, I think it's good to first start with a press release.
Okay.
And I think it is good to be persistent with your press release. Don't just send one and think that, it's going to automatically end up on a newscast. I think it's very important to know someone inside a newsroom like myself, get to know some of the other broadcasters and let them know what you're trying to do. Also try to get some sponsorships too. I mean, contact the TV station, write letters. You never know what can happen. Look, I mean, in your line of work where you're out there hustling, trying to get things done, and you are trying to talk to different people and trying to get your message out, you never know what can happen, but you also know that you're going to face some rejection, sometimes, in some cases, a lot of rejection, depending on the idea. Some ideas are going to be good, some ideas are not going to be so good for people out there to put their dollars behind. But, as an entrepreneur, as someone who is an innovator, you know that you're going to have to face rejection. It is a part of life. You are one idea away from being hugely successful. Steve Jobs was one idea away from being hugely successful. So same thing with you. You have to see yourself in that light. As I was saying today to the class here on campus, it is, one of my good buddies told me, he says, look, making $1 million was easy. Believing that it can happen to me was the toughest thing that ever he had to overcome. Because most people come from tough places, but they don't think that good things are supposed to happen to them because they've seen so much bad. So in your case, just believe that you're in a much bigger place than what you are right now, and eventually you'll get there. When I was in Lexington, Kentucky, as a reporter, making a small amount of money a year, had no furniture in my apartment. I used to eat fruit cocktail every night out of a can. I had no money to buy suits. I had 2 suits and basically 3 ties, and I would interchange them all the time. And people would think that I was a nice dresser, but I really wasn't. I was just repeating a lot of stuff. I would always say that I am a network news anchor in Lexington, Kentucky, even though I wasn't, but I used to tell myself that. So it is, you have to believe that you're in a much bigger place, and then eventually you're going to work towards getting that, and you will eventually get there.
Wow, the struggle makes for a better success story.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
2 suits, 3 ties, man.
Absolutely, man. I mean, people see me now and they think, oh, this guy dresses nice, nice this, nice that, expensive this. But look, man, it wasn't always like that. You guys are catching me halfway through the movie. You didn't see the beginning of the movie. You were seeing the middle of the movie, and
we can see what it took you to get there.
No one. Look, we only see football players on Sundays. We only see basketball players when they play in the games. We don't see what they have to go through to be able to perform at that level on a Sunday or in a basketball game. People wanted to judge LeBron after he played in those bad NBA finals, and he had a terrible NBA finals, his first one. But he said he spent a week with the lights out in his room. He beat himself up, and then he got back in the gym and played over and over and over. It's about repetition. It's about doing it. It's about believing. Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, look, it's a basic story. I mean, people want to make it out to be something much more than what it really is. But when it comes down to it, you got to have a work ethic. You got to be smart. You got to read, and you got to believe in yourself. And you have to be focused. I mean, it's so easy to get distracted, especially here in South Florida. You find a nice woman, you find other women, which is, or you want to go to a club, you have buddies who want to hang out, they get into stuff. But if you tell yourself, you know what, man, that time will come. I need to be focused. If you have a woman who is going to help you get to where you need to be, if she's not helping you get to where you need to be, then she's not the right person for you. But most women will help you get focused because they want to be with somebody who's about something. So If you find the right person who's going to help you, who's a partner for you, I guarantee you'll go quicker and higher than what you ever would. Because a really smart woman will say, I know where you want to go, but here's where you can go. You know, here's where you can really be. And because she sees more in you than you see in yourself. Your mother can probably tell you things about you that you can't even identify.
Definitely true. Definitely true.
So she's the strongest person in you, the strongest woman in your life.
Yeah.
But the next person, you know, your best friend, you know, your partner, whomever that may be, they will help you get to where you need to be. I guarantee you. I mean, without my wife, I wouldn't believe in a lot of things that I believe in right now. So, yeah,
you always need that strong support system.
oh, no doubt
Always.
about it. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can I make you an Erace right now, live and direct?
Mm-hmm.
That's my last one. Erase the hate is what it says on here. We promote peace and positivity. We don't even have any more of these right now.
Okay.
But I would love for you to have this right now.
Sure, thank you.
Call it a wrist glow because positive people have a natural glow to them. You're glowing over there right now.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes,
You're glowing.
indeed.
I appreciate it.
I like to glow. Thank you. Thank you. This is nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I got mine months ago, and I still wear it to this day.
Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. I have to share those with my family and my boys, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Brandon, I appreciate this, man.
Anytime, and before we conclude, anybody have any shout outs you want to give out while we are still live on the radio?
I'll leave it to you.
All right. I want to thank everybody here at Florida International University. It's been a pleasure to be here. Brandon, God works in miraculous ways, and this happened today. Mr. Hughes, I appreciate you as well. You said some great things.
Thank you.
It's been powerful right here.
All right.
FIU.
Yes, indeed. FIU on the strength. Once again, this is a WRGP FIU student media exclusive with yours truly, the New Jack Kid.